Hopefully today's salty bit is going to be short. It's short in my mind anyway. It's about a kid I knew in elementary school, and it came up as a topic of conversation when I was talking with a coworker. But anyway, George, I went to school with George when I was probably elementary to middle school, and I can't remember if this happened in middle school or elementary, and I'm thinking it was like 6th grade, maybe 5th grade. Anyway, George was one of those kids who ate everything. I mean, you think it's watching my videos, I'm probably a close second, but George ate everything, and he ate things that you shouldn't be eating. Even I stopped short of eating things that George ate. So some examples of what George ate that weren't natural were, well, I could kind of see the paste. Remember those, if I can find a picture of it on the internet, I'll post it, but it was like a cylinder jar with a brush or like a paddle, and it was, I think it was Elmer's paste, and it was minty and it smelled good. So I can see how George wanted to eat that stuff. I mean, I stuck my finger in it and tasted it, but it wasn't something that I mean, and I'm talking, he took like a paddle of it and just put the whole thing in his mouth, and, you know, kind of like you're eating pudding or something. The next thing is George, well, and he ate the regular Elmer's glue, which I didn't like, you know, the sour smelling regular school glue. George ate crayons. His favorite crayon was the black ones, and of course, you know, at the beginning of school we got those boxes of 8 crayons with the basic colors, you know, the big ones, the big like half-inch ones. So, you know, and the black ones always wore down first, so you'd get down to this little black nub in your box, and George would be like, "Hey, you want that little piece of black crayon?" Like, no, I guess not. You know, I'm gonna get another box. So it's like, hey, can I have it? Hey, he popped that bad boy in his mouth. He chewed it like gum. You know, it's like, you know, and as kids we were just kind of mesmerized. Like, I can't believe you just ate that crayon. See, I can't remember if I remember me trying the other glue, you know, the one with the little rubber tip that, you know, you had to press down and open the little slit. I remember him like tasting it, but I can't remember if he ate it or not. I think he ate pencil erasers. He was always chewing on something. And George was my friend. I like George. But the story I wanted to get to about George was, I was walking home one day, and I passed by his house, and him and a neighbor kid had the old Stretch Armstrong, and they had it wrapped around a stop sign, you know, kind of like hugging the stop sign. And one kid was pulling on one arm, and George was pulling on the other arm, and, you know, short of using their legs to push up against the pole, the stop sign pole, they were like really, I don't know if they were just trying to see how far Stretch would stretch, or if they were truly trying to break Stretch. But nonetheless, I think on George's arm, it ripped a hole at the shoulder. No surprise there. And this red goo comes, you know, kind of comes oozing out a little bit. And of course, George stuck his finger in it and tasted it. And he's like, "Hey, this stuff's candy." I'm like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, man." He said, "Yeah, it's like runny candy." And he said, "Try some." So he squeezed the shoulder, and a little bubble of the red goo comes out. and I stick my finger in it. I know. I stick my finger in it and give it a little taste, and it's like, yeah, that's pretty good. It was kind of like cherry candy, kind of like a Jolly Rancher, and it's like, oh, that's good. And he goes, you want some more? I was like, no, that's okay. So George proceeds to like squeeze this stuff in his mouth, and he's just going to town, man. He's probably he's just sugaring up on this, on Stretch Armstrong blood. Oh, jeez. I don't know whatever happened to George. You know, he is who he is. I think after middle school, I lost contact with him. You know, I don't know if he played sports or what, but yeah, I'll never ever forget George, because he was just, maybe he was an inspiration to me. I don't know. So if you're out there, George, I hope you're doing fine. I hope you're doing well. That's all I got for the day. Take care. Have a good day. See ya.